Hey guys, what's happening? It's Anthony Wootton here from the Transatlantic Sports Show. Huge news from the NFL today. The international series games have been announced. We've got 3 games in London. We knew that, but what we didn't know, they pulled off a blinder. Well done, NFL and NFL UK. 3 back-to-back games in London. Yeah, London's calling, baby. From October 1st right through to the 15th. October 1st, week 4 of the NFL season. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the home team, Wembley Stadium, hosting the Atlanta Falcons. It's going to be an intriguing matchup. A few people may have sniffed at the idea of the Falcons coming back again, but, we're going to see this young Arthur Smith team, this offense, Bijan Robinson, their first-round draft pick, of course, coming into the UK, and we can see in the early stages of the season just how good or how promising this young Falcons offense and this team can be. Of course, they're going to be aspiring to be as good or the next Jacksonville Jaguars, who in the second season with Trevor Lawrence last year got through to the divisional round of the playoffs, almost beat an injured Patrick Mahomes, but still Mahomes and the Chiefs in his own backyard. Trevor Lawrence, unfortunately, he didn't win at Wembley Stadium last year. He's 1-1 in London. Will he go 2-1? Well, will he go 3-1? We will see this year. It's an exciting prospect for us as NFL fans and, of course, Jags fans to see the Jaguars over here 2 weeks in a row. That's right. They're also the road team following their Week 4 game on October 1st. October 8th, the road team against the Buffalo Bills at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What a matchup. That's going to be a potential playoff matchup. For the first time ever, we're going to have one team play 2 games in the same country, outside of the US, of course. So we get this commitment from the Jags. I don't think we read anything into it that the Jags are looking to up sticks and move to London. Let's not forget, in 2020, before the pandemic hit, they were going to have 2 games over here, but what happened. But now we get to see it, and it's exciting. I think it's a good test for the NFL. Last year, we heard Roger Goodell in London say that there could be a prospect of an additional division, a European division perhaps, but an expansion to the league. So this really tests the market and the UK market. So to have one team over here playing back-to-back games, exciting as well, because we can see how the Jags perform in week 4 at Wembley Stadium, and then the following week we can see them on the road. But regardless of them being on the road, we've got back-to-back games. So we'll have Trevor Lawrence and co coming over here doing their pre-game stuff. They'll probably fly in on the Friday, so what would that be, September 29th, and do all the commitments beforehand. But then the following week we get the post-game press conferences, we get the practice sessions in the UK. I'm going to say in London, but let's face it, it's going to be around outside London, maybe Watford or Surrey or somewhere like that, where they're going to base themselves for that week. And we get all that pre-game build-up leading up to the next week, and then whatever they need to fix or work on or continue doing, we're going to see that in London the following week, which is exciting. And for the first time, it feels like we're going to have a team, one of our teams, although, you're not, if you're a Bills fan, of course, that's fine. But the point being, we can follow a team as if they are the London team, if you know what I mean. It's like if you're in the San Francisco, you get the 49ers, you get your beat writers there week in, week out covering it, and you get to see your team week in, week out, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, wherever. We get to experience that for the first time ever, which is really, really exciting. And that game against the Buffalo Bills, my goodness, it could be a playoff dress rehearsal as early as week 5. Trevor Lawrence, one of the most promising quarterbacks, young quarterbacks out there, and then Josh Allen, who is an MVP candidate. Will he be an MVP candidate in 2023? How good will the Bills be? I mean, they are going to be up there as contenders. They're one of the favorites for the Super Bowl before the season even kicks off. So to have this matchup, these 2 high-caliber AFC teams, AFC contenders perhaps, going head-to-head at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is exciting, to say the least. And then we follow that up. We get Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be interesting to see how John Harbaugh approaches this, because in 2017 he was not happy. The Jags blew them away, when they beat the Ravens. I think it was like late September. It was a week 4 game. Remember, it was the morning after Donald Trump had announced that you should fire those SOBs who take the knee, and that it was the first game post that. And there's a whole lot of drama around that where the two teams united and they knelt during the national anthem before the kickoff. But the Baltimore Ravens got absolutely annihilated by the Jags in that game, and John Harbaugh was not happy, and he was not happy with the London experience. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Ravens approach that. They came in on the Friday in 2017 ahead of that game. Will they do the same this week? This week? I wish it was. This season? Or will they come in a little bit earlier, acclimatize themselves? It's going to be an interesting approach. Of course, we get Odell Beckham, Mark Andrews coming over as well with the Baltimore Ravens, and then the Tennessee Titans, who, I mean, who's going to be at quarterback? That's going to be intriguing in itself. It's going to be week 6 here in London. So those 3 really, really intriguing matchups, and we get them 1, 2, 3 after the other. Week 6, and then there's a break until week 9, a break from international series games, and then we head to Frankfurt. And don't worry, the Transatlantic Sports Show, you followers, you hit subscribe and like here on our YouTube page, because we cover these games. We are accredited. We go out there and we'll take you behind the scenes in London, in Frankfurt, to bring you all the stories, all the news, you know, and just help you experience it like we can. You know, we're very fortunate to go out there, and we want to share that experience with you, get some exclusive interviews out there, and provide you with some great content. And I mean, it gets no better. I think arguably the matchup of the international series games is that first one, week 9, November 5th in Frankfurt. Miami Dolphins, the road team, against the Kansas City Chiefs. Revenge game for Tyreek Hill coming up against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, the reigning Super Bowl champions. And then that's followed up by the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. You know, two teams that are relatively young. Bill Belichick, obviously one of the greats, if not the greatest coach of all time in this franchise steeped in modern history. You know, how good is Mac Jones going to be? How good are these Patriots going to be? And then you've got this young, exciting roster with the Indianapolis Colts and their new head coach. It's all exciting times for NFL fans here in Europe. And if we're going to get this European division, wow, we've got 5 games over this side of the pond coming up later this year. And those 3 back-to-back games in London. Exciting times indeed. I know there's going to be some players coming over in the next few weeks, so we'll get some exclusive interviews with those guys. And also hit subscribe on the Transatlantic Sports Show. You can see the details below as well. Make sure you follow us on social media, because we're going to get more reaction. We're going to head over to the States and speak to some of the guys over there, get the reaction from stateside to these London and German Frankfurt game announcements in due course as well. So, and please find us on your podcast provider, because if you can't watch us, you can hear us. If you're out running or you're out walking or doing whatever, we'll be here. Make sure you follow me as well. I am at AR Wootton. Details are right there below. Right, exciting times. Gonna go catch my breath. Gonna go sit down, maybe pour myself a cold one and toast an exciting series to come. Oh man, is it October yet? It's only early May. Time's gonna fly though, baby. Can't wait to bring you some of the news as it comes along. Until next time.